Abdurrahman were too old to start doing a bit of a catch-up as well as a weigh-in on the sugar fasting experience and what's going on with my weight loss journey. So my trackers are all broken and I haven't worked out how to do it. So I have recorded a whole number of videos, but I'm just going to do this as a marker, and then inshallah I'll start recording properly. I've got some travel coming up. I'll be flying back to the UK this evening, inshallah. So then I'm going to update when I'm there. My diet is going to be changing because I'm going to be back home with my mum for a while, and I'm sure she'll like to cook for me. So I will probably be doing more of a sugar diet rather than sugar fasting. But where did I get to with sugar fasting and why things have sort of stopped and changed a little bit? Okay, so I'm, as you've probably gathered, I'm Muslim, and so it's meritorious to fast on the day of Arafah, and so I fasted on Friday, the 6th of June, but I weighed myself on Saturday, June the 7th, to find out that the scale had gone up, which I really didn't expect because I had a clean fast. So for the pre-dawn meal, I had some cereal, but it was low-fat cereal. I had dates, which is the tradition. I had some water, and I had a whole bottle of tropical juice. So it was a pretty clean fast, and then it's a dry fast as Muslims and through till the sun sets. And actually I felt very stronger than usual during the fast. When I broke my fast, I broke it with dates, as is the tradition, and some water. And then in the evening I went back onto fruit. So I was absolutely expecting the scale to drop, and it didn't. Actually, it went up 1.2 pounds. So I weighed in the day before 205.6, and I weighed in after the fast 206.8 pounds. So up 1.2. I don't really understand what's happening with that. So that's still a weight loss of, since I started the sugar fasting, of 7.4 pounds. But it wasn't what I was expecting. I don't know whether there's some stress induced from fasting, whether there's some sort of cortisol level things that are going on. Not quite sure what was happening. So then I was fully aware that things were going to go a little bit interesting, because then yesterday was Eid, and so I weighed myself the morning of Eid, and then I weighed myself this morning, and I was expecting the scale to have quite a jump, and wondering whether it was going to be as bad as when I had my off day from sugar fasting with the birthday, because yesterday we had a blessed Eid. We enjoyed it. It meant that I after the prayer, the congregational prayer, I had a baguette with butter, a full baguette probably with butter, and some coffee with some milk in it. I also then had our sheep. So we had a whole lot of meat, and that meat was red meat with fat on it. Definitely there was the French fries there. There was a whole lot of sort of onions and sauce, and I had several drinks during the day which were sort of sugary sweet drinks. So I was expecting the scale to go up a lot, and it didn't. So that's interesting. So I weighed in the morning of Eid. I weighed in at 206.8 pounds, and I weighed in this morning 207.8 pounds. So I went up just a pound with the Eid celebrations, which I think could be a sign that maybe there's some sort of metabolic adaptation going on, that now I'm able to handle the bumps in the road better than I was before. It still means that I'm down since the start of my sugar fasting 6.4 pounds or 2.39 kilos. So I'm overall pretty happy with this. One thing I'm certain of is that I really do enjoy this diet, and it's a very good way of eating for me, for my stomach. I've had some digestion health issues in my life. I still have them, and having my diet focused on fruit and when it becomes the diet, not sugar fasting, vegetables, I think is a very good thing for me. And actually minimizing the amount of meat that I'm having is probably not a bad thing for my stomach. I notice I often have problems with red meat and fatty meat. So if I'm focusing on sort of sugar dieting, where I would be keeping the protein moderate and ideally low fat, and basically doing this high carb, low fat diet approach, I think it's very good for my general health. I think I also agree with Mark Bell. I think there's a lot of variety that can be had in this diet. I'm certainly eating more variety of fruit than I've ever eaten in my life before. I don't think this is a particularly restrictive way of eating, so I'm happy with it. So where does this leave me now? Well, I'm about to fly back to the UK, inshallah, and I will eat the airport, airplane food, because I'm a slightly weird creature in that I quite like airport food. But what I will do is start balancing everything with sugar, sort of sugar fasting, at least during the day. So when I'm back home with my family, I'll eat the evening meal with my family. I will try and encourage it to be relatively low fat, and I think my sort of satiation levels have changed. So I don't think I need to eat as much.